We are starting a new series today. This series is all about our horizon destinations. Yep, that's a new term. You've never heard me say that together. Certainly those two words, but never together. So, reasonable question on your part. What the heck is a horizon destination? I'm going to rewind back. You've heard me talk about a 10-year goal frequently, and that really a 10-year goal is a long-term goal. Research tells us that a long-term goal is between 3 and 10 years. And there's some very specific benefits of having these long-term goals. We will get into that in the series, not today. And yet, when I say to you 10-year goal, the first thing that you say to me is, but so much changes in 10 years. How could I possibly set a goal that has any meaning that's 10 years into the future? Now, this is a fair question on your part. And I've really been thinking about it because the research is solid. There's some very specific reasons and benefits that I have talked about and will continue to talk about a 10-year goal. And yet, your question is very fair. And what my answer up until now has been, well, yes, life is going to change, plan anyway. Now, that's also still true. And yet, the more that I've talked to you, the more that you've given me feedback and asked questions, the more I realize, I think it's a little lacking. So, destination, our horizon destination. So, just briefly, we'll get into this more. When we are setting a long-term goal, we're determining a destination sometime in the future, and it's a destination between 3 and 10 years. And why did I put horizon with it? Why not call it a destination goal? I listen to you, and there's some very specific ways that we think about goals. And they get a little squishy when we get into the future, 5 years into the future, 10 years into the future. Some of you will tell me, all right, I can wrap my head around 3, but no more than that. And here is why it's the horizon. We walk towards the horizon, and yet we never will reach the horizon. And when we set one of these long-term goals, it's unlikely that we will accomplish that goal exactly how we originally wrote it. Well, because as we continue on our journey, when we're talking about something that far into the future, we learn more. Our tastes may change. Our desires may change. We may have kids. Our kids may graduate. We may get married. We may get divorced. There's all of these things that truly will happen in your life and in mine. So we want to set a destination on the horizon, and we are moving in that direction, and yet understanding that as we learn more and as life changes, that destination, how we define the destination, will also continue to evolve. Our horizon destination. We're going to talk more about this. So no, it's not completely new information. It's going to be linked to what I've talked about for years on a 10-year goal. And yet with much more of your questions and your comments now influencing the language I use and the way I approach it to really address the questions you ask. Because the next most common question after, it's actually not a question, you're like, life changes so much. I have no idea that far into the future. The next question that comes from you is, how do I even begin figuring that out? I've not always had a really good answer for that. I've got some ideas. So that's it for this week. Just letting you know that we're going to be talking for the next few weeks on our horizon destinations, depending on where we are and how we're thinking about it, and really digging into it with some different language and some answers to the questions that you've been asking me for the last couple of years. So, looking forward to this journey with you and looking forward to your feedback. Does this make it clearer? Do you like it? Are there other things you wish that I would talk about or questions that I'm not answering? So I'm looking forward to sharing my current thinking and getting some response back from you that will continue to guide and refine how I'm thinking, how I'm communicating, and the questions that you really want to ask. That's it for this week. Bye for now.